Yeah, the one thing he can't do is Burns' thick inside edge is 1 for 4. I think he's looking to hit that a bit straighter, actually. James Taylor, I suppose, is the interesting choice in the absence of Root. Rapid outfield, Adil Rashid only just hauling that ball in before the rope. Sole spinner for Australia. Just pushed. The ball is going to run away. Some indication of the runs on offer today with the way that Warner just pushed that ball through the offside and almost picked up the boundary. Lovely. It was asking to be hit, wasn't it? It was a full half volley, a little wide as well, but now then, Ben Stokes asking the question. I think it was a bump ball. Well, conversation ensues, and
can you rock and roll?
Bump ball.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. That's clearly bounce, gents, and my decision is not out. Repeat, not out.
Burns hitting the ball into the ground. Stokes doing well to take the catch, but I think anybody really thought that that was out. And Burns responds with a flashing square cover drive.
3 consecutive balls over 3 overs. Shot. That could race away. It's a quick outfield. Yeah, it's going to go for 4. Shot.
You get full reward, don't you, on the surface? The pitch is good. The ball's coming onto the bat.
The extra man in those last 10 overs, I think, helps. Oh, up and over the top. That'll be 4. It's a good shot from Burns. A couple of bounces and into the fence. Excellent stroke. That's still the best ball if you want a dot ball. And if you, oh, that could race away too. That's great timing. Look how quick that outfield is. That's excellent timing from David Warner. Just a little flick off the hip. That's the one he's been having a bit of trouble with. Catch! Bowled. Oh, that's unlucky there for Rashid. It was good batting from David Warner. He used his feet. He picked the wrong one and just chipped it wide of Stephen Finn.
Thank you, Wani. Burns certainly not afraid.
Catch!
Gone. Got his first wicket.
Well, anyway, will do, won't it? Full toss. And Joe Burns will be thinking right now that he could have put this almost anywhere he likes. Gets to it beautifully. Just drills it straight back at Rashid. Rashid, to his credit, was already balanced, already ready for the catch. Made absolutely sure of it. It's 76 for 1. Joe Burns gone for 44.
Found the gap. Beautifully played. I got it through. That should be at least 2. So fast outfield. It is going all the way. 4 more. It's a very fast outfield. Getting there? Not quite.
If they require. $50 for Warner.
50 or 57 deliveries. As I say, pretty measured, really. He's taken his time, he's assessed conditions, and he now has a platform to really build on. Beautiful shot. I don't think it was timed as well as he'd like, but an indication there about the speed of the outfield. Absolutely no chance. Gone, yes! That's exactly why he's into the attack, and Davey Warner couldn't help himself. I think he was trying to swing it away leg side top edge.
In the air, and that will go all the way for 6. Edged away, and that will challenge third man. It certainly has challenged him. Steve Finn down there is a long way down to reach and save that, so boundary to Smith. Ball's left, and this is what Shane Warne's talking about, is finishing the over. That's hit well wide over mid-on for 6, so another 6 coming for the Australians.
With 5 men on the onside, left of screen, he can't bowl an off spinner spinning away. He has to go in at the stumps, and when he tries that, that's where he's bowling those full tosses. And this time, though, the leg break, the old knee-high full bunger goes straight down deep mid-wicket's throat. Can you believe it? Steve Smith can't. He smashed his pad. He's got a full bunger off the last ball of the over. And
England get a vital wicket. The captain goes for 44. It's 164 for 3. And what a shot off the back foot. Wonderful shot. That's going to beat extra cover and beat the man at deep cover. Oh, beautiful shot. That'll beat everyone on the offside. So Bailey has really got himself going here. He's moved to 23 off 15 after the 32nd over. Australia have moved to 177 for 3. Well, this should be very close, and he's got him. Bailey's got in, looked dangerous, and Rashid has just pushed that through a little bit quicker, and it's beaten him on the back foot.
yeah, it looked like George Bailey tried to put this a bit squarer. It was just looked like it meant to be a faster, straighter one. The only thing was it did a pitch in line. It didn't pitch outside leg stumps. It actually turned. It was going on to smash into all 3 stumps. Looked absolutely plumb. He's gone for 23, and it's 178 for 4.
Well, this could be out. There's an appeal, and he's been given by umpire Wilson. Maxwell's not convinced at all. So we're not sure whether, it looks like Maxwell's going to march his way back to the dressing room, but we're not sure whether he was unsure whether the keeper caught it or it carried to the keeper or he got an edge on it. Let's have a look. Certainly not pad. And that's gone clean into Butler's hands, so it's all good from where we can see, and there's the evidence. It's a big nick. It's what we commonly call a strangle down the leg side. Oh, that's gone. That's a really poor run, really poor communication. Great fielding, good throw, easy work for Butler with the gloves. Another wicket goes.
Never a single here, not to Stokes. Strongest arm, best fielders, not even close. That is a shocking run. Well, England will take it and they'll be delighted. Shane Watson's the man who's got to go. Run out, and that he is run out by his partner for 6. It's 193 for 6.
That's a good shot. Very, very straight, and with just enough on it. Good shot too. Gets it really fine, premeditated, but it gets it really fine. Picks up 4 for it. Lofted over extra cover again, with a little extra power this time. So a couple of bounces and into the rope. Becomes an expensive over. That's the worst over we've seen from O'Malley. Goes for 11.
You think if you can keep them to 260 as a bowling side, you'd be very happy on this surface.
Ooh, just away from that outstretched hand. That's a good shot. Just wide of mid-on. Plenty of space in that direction. That's a lovely shot. Really well struck. Just allowed that little bit of width by Chris Woakes. Just spoils what would have been a good over. Well, it's flashed away. Needed a man with a lot longer reach there. Jason Roy in that position just behind square on the offside.
Oh, that's gone very fine. The last ball spoils the over. 9 runs coming from it again. It's 254 for 6. Stokes has 5, walks into his 6th. 2 men out in the deep, but I think it has found the gap. Yes. It's gone very fine again. That wasn't exactly where he wanted it, but it's 4 runs. Looking for a second, and he will get the second, and that will be his half century.
Yeah, it was a real heave, wasn't it, through the leg side for a couple, but a very valuable contribution this from Wade. Just when Australia had lost wickets at a bad time, just at that time around about the 35th over, when teams are looking to push on, wickets tumbled. And now this partnership, 77 from 59 balls.
Oh, got it through. He bridged it. 274 for 6. That's gone very fine. That's well played. Just over his head. Well, a bit more than just. Cleared him comfortably. Oh, just got out of his reach.
Hales it is. Made good ground going away to his left.
Straight down the ground, all the way.
Finally, he says. Finally, he's middled one.
300 on the board. Just a single this time. But a pretty good over nonetheless. 11 runs coming from the last over. 305 for 6, Australia.
Good recovery from 193 for 6, which is where they were in the 37th over, courtesy of those mid-innings wickets from Adil Rashid. So to get up to 305 for 6, a good effort from Wade and Marsh towards the end of the innings. Wade 71 and undefeated. Mitchell Marsh 40.
We thank you for hanging in these early hours of the morning. And that's the first runs for England, and it's a 1. And we're going to take you across to the commentators at the Ageas Bowl in Southampton, and Shane Warne and Michael Atherton.
And that allows him to do exactly what you say, bowl Rashid or Moeen Ali.
Lovely push, and as we've seen in the first half of this game, the outfield very, very quick here at the Ageas Bowl. Beats Maxwell, runs to the fence. First boundary for Hales, 5 for none. Lovely, lovely timing. I think this will run away to the fence as well. It does.
Yeah, excellent timing.
Driven again on the up. Bit of width, and Hales taking full advantage. gone. The direct hit Hales there was nowhere as Maxwell swooped at cover. Got the throw away quickly, but missed.
Well, he's as good as there is in international cricket. Glenn Maxwell's a bad call. It wasn't fully past Maxwell. He doesn't usually miss by much, and that hasn't missed by much either. See how he gathered himself. He gave himself a beat to steady and then had a... Oh, that's just missed him.
Lovely from Roy, just a gentle flip. I think that's gone all the way. Umpires will check, but there was really nothing more than a turn of the wrists there, and the ball fairly flew away.
You see him just stick his chest out and not bowl half volleys.
Half volley it may have been, but it's a super shot from Jason Roy. And England have got a flyer, 24 for none. Top edge. It's going to beat Colton Isle over his head and all the way for 6. Well, if you were watching Nick Knight at the interval, he made a good point about Hales pulling the ball from a... It's good. Really good from Hales. Top edge again from Roy this time. I think it's going to be the same result. Well, 4 not 6, but it's another boundary. Australia testing the middle of the pitch out, England on the attack.
It's got to help.
It's 4. He's bowling quickly. He's just clocked over 90 miles an hour for the last couple of deliveries, but the last one had a bit of width on it. Jason Roy enjoying himself. He's 27, Hales 19, 46 for none.
On a few decent scores.
Well, that's short, and they've brought the man up. Fine leg into the circle, and it's put away, and that brings up the 50. That's it. Nice. It's on the line there. You can't afford to go leg side when you've got the man up. Just a little bit of bat on it. Well, he's gone the same area again. It's gone the same way. He might get cut off. No, it won't. He's been knocking on the door for a while. It's nicely played from Roy. Quite deliberate. Nice 4 more. Help that on its way.
Left arm spin, he's really come along nicely. He can bat as well, which we talked about.
Well, he's picked out the man at short mid wicket. Shane Watson, Alex Hales picks him out. Hits it reasonably well, but straight at him. So they've got that breakthrough. Australia.
Joy for Marsh, disappointment for Hales. Really was a half tracker that was not put away. Found Watson, so Alex Hales, the promising innings comes to an end. For 22, it's 70 for 1. There's a lot of people out there that don't really know how much he understands about the game. Yep. He's got an excellent cricketing brain, and he'd be a good assistant to Stephen Smith out there. That brings up Roy's 50, that little glide down to third man for a couple. It's been a good innings, coming off 49 deliveries with 10 fours, which is a high number of boundaries in that 50.
It's nicely played, and it's timed very well, and I think that's going to go all the way. It does go all the way. Well executed shot. Timed that beautifully. Oh, that's not a bad shot. It was all the way. We'll shuffle down the pitch. Down the wicket and just lifts us over the top.
To
say to himself, it looks like he has now, try and stay still for as long as possible. There you go, a lot of moving parts, finds the gap, not quite brilliant in the deep, but rolls on. Great effort, and still goes for 4. Gone this time. Simple catch for David Warner, and the change to Maxwell works.
So Jason Roy goes for 6 to 7. It's 112 for 2.
Beautiful. This time finds the gap. Still a lot of moving parts, but most importantly, it's the ball that's moving fastest.
It's a good shot. Hasn't got it all, but he's got enough. Just trickles its way towards the boundary, which is now demolished by Nathan Coulter-Nile. Oh, that's a stroke of luck. That cannot have been far away at all. And on moments like that, sometimes entire games hinge, but it's a stroke of luck for Owen Morgan, brings him a boundary. Could easily have seen him walking back. Just past the outside of that off stump. Another inside edge, brings 4. Frustration for Watson. No doubt a cheeky grin for James Taylor. Takes him to 49. Well, he gets in this time. It's almost a carbon copy repeat, but for one thing. Now you can see the frustration on the face, the anger on the face of Shane Watson, the inside edge. In fact, 2 good deliveries from Watson, one getting the reward that he thinks it should have done.
Yep, he's gone for 49, and it's 152 for 3.
That's a good shot. One bounce, 4 that cleanly struck. Very good sign for Morgan.
It's a beautiful picture. Yeah! Now is that an edge? Well, Australia are convinced. Wade has called for the review. He's not even waiting for Stephen Smith. He just called for the review straight away.
Play review for caught behind Mark. Can you rock and roll again? Yeah, I can see a clear daylight between the bat and the ball. So, Mark, you don't have the RTS, right? Okay, no problem. I am happy with this. Joe, I can see clear daylight between the bat and the ball. So, stay with your original decision. You're on the screen now.
The voice of Kumar Ramasena in the third umpire's chair. And in the end, fairly self-explanatory. You could see daylight between bat and ball. Pulled away. Yeah, welcome boundary. That'll make him feel a little better. Oh, there it is. Stokes has chipped to mid-wicket. Much needed wicket for Australia. The tight grip on the game has paid dividends. Stokes couldn't quite get going.
Well, he struggled there. He couldn't get going. Stokes has gone for 13 from 23. It's 172 for 4.
So boundary's hard to come by, but it's Morgan who greets Watson's return. Cut in the air, past backward point. He'll run away quickly. I think it's gone for 4. It was a brilliant effort. Now, is there an edge? There is. The finger goes up and Morgan does not look round. He does not call for the review. He knows he's touched it. Big wicket.
So second wicket and a big one for Shane Watson. The England captain's gone. He's gone for 38. It's 194 for 5.
Taylor earlier as well.
In the air and out. So another one falls. Butler goes now. Back-to-back wickets for the Aussies.
So he goes for 4, and England slump 194 for 6.
There's another one. It could well be caught down the leg side, and it is. So Coulter-Nile has struck immediately with a little glove down the leg side.
This is a flood. Woke's gone for none. 7 down for 194.
Oh, so close. Leading edge could have ballooned easily up to cover. Defence with a few boundaries. And there's one of them. Beautifully played. Just open the face on it, and that'll race away for 4. Edged and just wide, and that'll run away for another 4. That'll beat mid-on and could well run away all the way for 4. So such elegant timing from Moeen Ali.
As it might sound or might look initially.
In the air, but dead straight down the ground, and beautifully timed again by Moeen Ali. Edged and could well be caught. It is. So Mitchell Starc coming around the wicket, first ball, gets his prize.
Well, it's the prize that Australia wanted. Either of these men in the huts will be good for them. 8 down. Very good situation for Australia. There's just a bit of drift there, isn't there? Just managed to get that to swing a little bit away. Had Moeen Ali just reaching. Sorry, not Moeen Ali. Had a Rashid just reaching for it. So he goes for 11. It's 220 for 8 to Mark Wood. Slip is in place, of course, now.
And just wide of him, and it'll run away for 4. A full toss that was edged straight to ground. And that's a fair shot. It's one of the better ones of the night.
It's more than fair. Let's face it, every player has his ups and downs at some stage against a good bouncer.
In the air, top edged, and should well be out. It is Mitchell Marsh finishing the job. So it's been a very good over from Pat Cummins, and he's got the big wicket of Moeen Ali.
For Moeen Ali, it's bath time for 17.
Edge, that will go all the way, I think. No, not quite. That's good fielding. Let's see what took place here. Where is the ball? His body is on the boundary.
Thought he had no chance of stopping it at one stage. He made some big ground at the end, and it was a pretty good dive. It's just whether any part of his body's touching that rope, why the ball's under his body.
Well, so far so good. Bowled him all over. Cummins gets his second.
Yeah, finally missed one there. Pat Cummins far straight, nearly 90 mile an hour. That delivery, it was fast, it was straight, smashes into the stumps, and a good result for Australia. As you said, that man on screen, Steve Smith, the captain of Australia, would have been nervous at one stage there where England were flying, but they held their nerve, they were patient, they got wickets at the right time, and all in all, it was a pretty good performance. There you go, smashing into the stumps with pace. Deserved that. Pat Cummins, he's bowled well. Steve Finn finally missed one.
Roy and Hales had the game in hand, that's for sure, at the top of that order, and they'll be ruining the fact that they were batting so well and wasted good form, and then Australia seemed to turn the tables.
Yeah, once again, Australia can find a way to fight back from anything. So to defend 305 there, 246. So to lose by 59 English side, they could have done a bit better than that.